DC Multiverse!
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brad, the DC Universe Geek, and today I wanted to share with you something that came in the mail just recently. I got the Batmobile, the Pattinson mobile, I got the Batman Batmobile from McFarlane Toys. This is one that was an automatic order for me because on account of the fact I really like to collect Batmobiles, and I really like the Batmobile too. I think that they did a pretty good job capturing the overall look. Like, look at the shape of this Batmobile, the side profile of this Batmobile. There's something really classic about it, but also completely accurate to the movie. I love this shape. I love the fact that you go over the wheel well like this and it kind of curves up. And then from the front, this Batmobile looks really good. I'm just gonna bring a light down here to show you what's going on. See the inside? You got the red on the inside of the front grille of this Batmobile here. And the front end really does look like it did in the movie. This is pretty darn cool looking. They've tried to give it some scuff lines right here, some wear and tear for the front of the car here. And they've got some pretty accurate wheels for this guy and rim covers. You've got his footsteps right here to step up into the car, although he doesn't really need it on this side on account of the fact that this door doesn't open. And it makes sense that the door doesn't open. We'll get into that in just a second. I appreciate the fact that the car itself is a matte plastic, but then the top where the engine is, it's actually different. I can appreciate that. It's like a shinier black. Here is a good look at the rear of the car with the engine here, and you've got the rocket that comes out the back there. This is so good, this exhaust. Look at how much there is. There's one here, there's one here, there's two here, and two here. Like, this is one badass looking engine. And if I just lift it up here, you can see you got the rear tail lights, you got more of the tires, which are, by the way, the tires are rubber, which is nice. It's nice to have rubber tires on these and not just plastic. So let's go to the point where we open the door and have a look inside. Skiddly-doo, skiddly-doo, skiddly-doo. Now, I've gone ahead and turned the ISO way up on my camera just so we can see the inside here. And you've got the console up the front. Let's see if I can focus in any more before it decides it's going to go out of focus. That's not bad. There's the console with the steering wheel up in the front of the car there. Here's a bit of a look at the seating area. And you'll notice on the other seat, there's these weird numbers. What is all that about? I'm not exactly sure. I think it probably has something to do with the fact of why it only has one door that opens, and that's because in here, bathed in shadow, let's see if we can get the ISO up any higher. There we go. Oh my God, I got that ISO cranked up to 5,000. You can see we have nitro tanks on the seat, and that is accurate to the movie. Batman never actually had a second seat in his Batmobile. It was always the nitro tanks. One thing that we never looked at actually was the bottom of the car before we looked on the inside. So that's what you're looking at with the bottom of the car. There's all of the design features that, yeah, I don't know, you would expect to see for the undercarriage of a vehicle. You know, drive, train, and things, and this and that, and armored plates, and a dead squirrel, and, okay, maybe not a dead squirrel, but you get the point. It's the underside of the car. Now, something that I'm wondering is how well Bat is going to scale with this car. Well, I've got him standing next to the car, so he is just a little bit closer to the camera. When you stick him in front of the car at around the middle halfway point, you kind of get a better idea of actually how he scales with this car. And I think that it's pretty good. I think that it's fine. The next step is let's shove him in the driver's seat. So I've got him crunched up like about that, because, I mean, we can't really expect Bat to do anything more than that, so he better be able to fit in the Batmobile just sitting like this. And I'm using a cloth goods version. I actually put a custom cloth goods cape on here, but this is the cloth goods version anyway of Bat. I just changed the cape. And voila, no time like the present, we can see that Pattinson fits in there quite nicely into the Batmobile. The legs have to go straight out. They can't really go anywhere else. I've stuffed his cape in there so you can see how he sits. It's kind of like he's reclined. But I mean, it's for what it is. I think it's good. You can shut the door. He's in the car. You know, I mean, what more do you need? What more do we need? I think that that's pretty good. Now, the only comparison I'm going to make with this Batmobile is with the Mattel RC Batmobile, because that's the first one I had, and I think that it actually scales just a little bit better with Pattinson in the Batmobile. I think they both do a fine job. I just think that the RC one is a little bit bigger, so therefore, in my opinion, a little bit better for scale. Just in my opinion. So final thoughts on Robert Pattinson's The Batman Batmobile. I think that it's actually really good for the price. And most people didn't manage to get their hands on the Mattel version, and this is going to probably scratch that itch for you. It's a great Batmobile to add to your collection, and it's certainly worth the money when you take into consideration, again, that this is a budget line Batmobile, a mass retail Batmobile, and not a special production Batmobile. And I do think that it's super fantastic that more people are going to be able to get their hands on this one than they could the previous Mattel version. So yeah, big plus. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and I will see you all with the next one. Have a DC day, everybody, and take care.